Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Libra May 24, 2022. Your personal plans and needs are in the spotlight these days, and we're heading toward Moon in your opposite sign, bringing your relationships to the forefront. Today, some minor hurdles could emerge that seem to slow you down but instead can be catalysts for stronger resolve and feelings of liberation. You might second-guess a project, idea, or friend, but the results of this can reconfirm your faith in the matter. However, watch for something said that could easily be misconstrued, as there is a tendency for words to sting today, even with good intentions. You can feel particularly connected to your memories or family today, and the desire to take care of loved ones can be motivating. Before the moon concludes its journey through detail-oriented Virgo and your harmony-seeking 7th house of agreements, compromise, and significant others, Luna will make a direct opposition to Mercury, Jupiter, and Neptune in your sign. Whether or not you feel comfortable with the idea of having a heart-to-heart with your crush and/or special someone, you're being encouraged to harmonize your ability to empathize with your partner's emotional needs. Some of you may experience a deep inner knowing but still question the details/logistics of a certain scenario. Your challenge is to discern between the facts and what is simply an illusion. Express yourself. Mercury has been in your sign for a little while now, encouraging you to speak up about your ideas or share your feedback in your workplace. You may feel more self-assured in your communicative skills with Mercury on your side. Since Mercury sextiles Uranus in Taurus today, you may find that being yourself can lead to interesting and unexpected conversational directions. Saying what is on your mind can make a world of difference. So, it could be a fantastic transit to propose your ideas, give candid feedback, or even set boundaries with coworkers. In the lead up to the moon's return to your financial sector tomorrow and the sun's to your income sector 2 days later, there is a sense of anticipation in the air but a need for a wait-and-see approach. While that would normally be the case, even more so with today's moon creating too many distractions and muddying the waters. Share your dreams with friends and relations. Inspired by you, they will want to be in your company. You might discover common interests enriching your relationships to other people. If you continue in this confident way, others will see you as a role model and follow you. Don't let yourself be irritated by doubts or ambitions. Your brain is practically exploding with new information. Try to just let it settle in without worrying too much about what it all means. You can deal with that later. Sensitive to the feelings of others, anytime you are involved in conversation with someone who you find interesting, who grabs your attention, romantic thoughts race around your mind, occasional heart flutters indicate potential for romance. If you're chatted up, make the most of your appeal, try to be patient. You have a good idea of where you're going most of the time, but you tend to internalize your goals, therefore cutting yourself off from valuable support. Consider making a home-cooked meal and letting the people you live with in on your secret life. This will feel scary at first, but you will touch them with your openness, and the days and weeks to come will feel a bit warmer for the contact. While you're at it, cook something that expresses who you are. If working from home has been something you've been considering, this day can help you make this happen. Research the work that you want to do, and consider all of the resources you currently have. While it may not be wise to throw yourself into it full-time right off the bat, you can do a lot to get things moving in that direction after hours. This can be a very rewarding way of working, especially if you have children you want to be home for. Having the moon in your work sector during Mars' last full day here will have short and long-term benefits. In the short term, as Mars works to pump as much urgency into his final hours as possible, the moon's intuitive edge will give you a better read on where to channel his warrior and competitive spirit. At the same time, with the moon is not only connecting with the planets that will stay on after they both leave tomorrow but those on the income and career fronts as well, there is a chance to trust that what you start you can continue. Ahead of the moon and Mars return to your relationship sector and just in time to more fully embrace Venus' final days here, the focus today is more on holding on to the influence of the romantically charged lunar vibes of the last few days. Ahead of Saturn's retrograde turn in your romantic sector later next week, there might be the first subtle traces of romantic nostalgia in the air. Our eyes in the sky. Passionate Venus in Aries shares a tense minor frustration with the nodes of destiny in the evening, which can bring up a lot of insecurities that we're all dealing with. This could affect us in many ways, particularly around commitments and relationships that we're invested in. You might feel as though a partnership has lost its luster and you want to leave. The inner conflict exists because you might not truly want to do this, but know that you have to in order to evolve or feel better. If we're unwilling to harmonize with others and only want to dominate their lives, partnerships could experience issues of control at this time. The flip side of this transit can bring us a lot of love and joy, but only if we're ready to experience such bliss. If you're single, a partnership could form or a commitment could deepen, depending on whether or not you want to bring love into your life. If you choose to use the other side of the energy, be forewarned that arguments and frustrations could manifest. Lean into the pleasant side of this minor aspect and bring more love into your life. In the morning, the Pisces moon forms a trine to Chiron in Aries. This favorable aspect serves to offset wounded pride and heal anxieties that developed in youth when our talents were not celebrated. At this juncture, events transpire that reveal our journey has transformed our sense of self, strengthening our natural gifts in the process. We see that in dimming our shine, we've perpetuated our own victimhood, content to play the supporting role in others' stories. Now, demonstrating our abilities allows us to reclaim our main character's energy. We subsequently pay this self-assurance forward, prompting those who doubt their gifts to be more willing to share of themselves. Following this, the moon squares off with Uranus in Taurus, provoking surprises. We are faced with unwelcome curveballs, situations seemingly designed to pitch us out of equilibrium just as we were starting to regain confidence. A lack of patience or bad time management skills will add to the day's frustrations. Like all good tests, this transit intends to deliver valuable insights as to how well we are using the resources at our disposal. Do your best to honor your own boundaries and retain your sense of childlike curiosity even when negotiating upsets and delays. Acting impulsively or recklessly won't serve us now. There is no sense in fueling drama just to grasp a false sense of control. You could be feeling more psychic today, but it's hard to separate your emotions from the projections thrown onto you by others. In fact, many of us could feel like we're talking about our emotions all day, a vibe that's exacerbated by Jupiter. The transits of the day ask everyone to have faith and see clearly through problems. This can also present a multitude of challenges in every single detail of your life. No rock is left unturned, but it's all for a greater purpose. Make sure that you pay close attention to your health, which is all part of the process. Checking in with loved ones and keeping a gratitude list can help you see that you're progressing exponentially every day. Believing in positive notions can guide you through the energy if you're willing to let go of the past and move toward a more meaningful way of life, which is very possible today.